Hey, I'm Jordan Creel,
And I'm Kenneth Berkley.
and our project is on the Berkley fish scale. This is our little Nemo fish, and we're going to show you how this fish scale works.
Basic principles of how it works is you turn on the power button. Once it weighs out to 0, you put the fish on the scale, and it'll tell you how much it weighs, which Nemo weighs 5 ounces.
Nemo.
Now we're going to tell you a little bit how digital scales work.
Alright, digital scales represent a significant technological advance over their predecessors, analog scales. Digital scales measure weight by taking advantage of a different method than analog scales. Analog scales rely either on a spring-based or balance-based method to measure weight. One of the two methods, balance measuring, is more dependable, since a balance measure measures an unknown weight against fixed, known weights. The spring method is less reliable, since springs can lose tension and begin giving inaccurate readings. Early digital scales still relied on one of these two methods, and simply gave a digital readout. Modern digital scales, on the other hand, rely on load cells.
A load cell, broadly speaking, is a small node that converts pressure to digital signal. There are 3 types of load cells, each using a different physical principle to determine weight. The first type of load cell, the hydraulic load cell, is based on the principle that when you increase the weight on a container filled with liquid, the pressure of liquid will change. Digital scales that use load cells measure the change in pressure of their internal liquid, and from this change calculate the pressure that was applied to the liquid, giving a readout of weight.
Pneumatic load cells are very similar. They also measure change in pressure. The only difference is that while hydraulic systems measure a change in pressure of a liquid, pneumatic load cells measure a change in the pressure of a gas, usually air or nitrogen. When weight is applied to the gas changes in pressure, and from the change in the pressures, the amount of the weight applied can be deduced.
Strain gauge load cells operate on a different principle. When a weight is introduced onto a digital scale with a strain gauge load cell, a structural member or beam within the digital scale is deformed. The deformation of structural member changes is its electrical resistance, and the original weight can be deduced from the change in electrical resistance.
The best digital scales are now widely used everywhere from laboratories to bathrooms. Digital scales can give accurate readings where accuracy counts, sometimes providing measurements down to the 10th, 100th, or even 1,000th of a gram. Naturally, measurements down to the 1,000th of a gram are hardly necessary for a bathroom scale, but in industries where accuracy is important, such as the pharmaceutical industry, the accuracy can be indispensable. So this is our Berkley fish scale and Nemo, and hopefully we've provided some type of insight as to how the Berkley fish scale, and for that matter, any new digital fish scale works.
Thank you for your time.
Boom.
Right.
Freaking nailed it.